This is the story of Dougal's deep sea diary, written by Simon Bartram. Friday, 7:30 a.m. I woke with excitement. I can't wait till tomorrow. 8:30, train to work. No one talked to me as usual. I wish tomorrow were here right now. 12:30, lunch. Too excited to eat. Almost. 3:30, 2 hours to go. 4:30, 1 hour to go. Come on, clock. 5:29, almost. 5:30, holiday time, hooray! 6:30, home on train. No one talked to me as usual. 9 o'clock, I packed my bags and went to bed early. Tomorrow, I, little old Dougal, will become Dougal the deep sea diver. Wow, look at those fantastic sea creatures in that picture. Saturday. 8 o'clock, I set off on a long coach trip to the harbour. On the way, I read about a city under the sea called Atlantis. Wow, imagine that! Full of mermaids and stuff. I wish I could go there. I love deep sea diving, but I don't usually see anything much. Maybe this time I will. Arrived at the harbour very late. Can't wait for the morning. You can see how the story's set out in his diary style, so it tells you each day and the time that he's writing in his diary. Sunday, 7:45. I found my boat for the week. It's very old and rickety. I hope it doesn't sink. 9:32, I set sail. 9:33. Oh, I'm not sinking yet. 12:01, mid-Atlantic. 1, 2, 3, splash! My first dive of the week. It was beautiful. So many fishes. Oh, they all swam up to see me. Last year I counted 121 different types, and I'm sure there are more this year. I swam all day until my skin went wrinkly. Have you ever had that when you stay in the bath for too long and your skin goes all wrinkly? On Monday at 10 o'clock, I was asked to help with the Pacific Dolphin Show. All the dolphins performed well. Well, apart from Herbert, who just couldn't get it right. If you can see there, one of the dolphins is going the wrong way. 6 o'clock, I had dinner in the capsule. The sharks looked at me hungrily. I think they wanted my salad. Not today, boys. 9:14, bedtime. I dreamt of Atlantis, and it seemed so real. Do you think the sharks are really after his salad? Me neither. On Tuesday, it was deep sea diving time. You see that he's there, deep sea diving, if you can see very clearly. I put on a very heavy suit and went deep, deep down. It was very dark and I kept bumping into things. I didn't see anything interesting, a most uneventful dive. I can see lots of interesting things, can you? I decided to have a quick evening dip, but I couldn't swim for long. The water was a little nippy. 9:30, I had a nice crab supper and went straight to bed. Oh wow, let's see what's under the sea here. Giant whales. Tuesday night, 11 p.m. I was just about to fall asleep when it began to rain. Pitter patter, all night long. It kept me awake for ages. 6 o'clock in the morning, I eventually drifted off. 7 a.m. Bring! Off went my alarm clock. I rubbed my eyes and got out of bed. I felt tired and a little glum. Wow, on my first dive of the day, I found an ancient treasure chest hidden in an old shipwreck. Inside were mostly coins, too old to use, 2 crowns are his and hers, and some hand-drawn maps of mysterious underwater worlds. I wouldn't mind a closer peek at those. What a fantastic morning! At 12:30 I had 40 winks, which means to have a little nap. Got all that amazing treasure he's found in his chest. At 2:15 after my nap, I returned to the harbour. My good old friends the dolphins heaved the treasure chest to the surface. Herbert was the strongest, but for little Ralph it was all a bit of a strain. At 3:15 the treasure was big news. The harbour was buzzing with activity. All the TV reporters wanted to interview me, so I put on my favourite t-shirt and combed my hair. At 9:03 I'd forgotten to hand in the maps. I was a little worried. At 9:04 I slept like a log. And there he is in his favourite t-shirt which says, "I love diving." On Thursday, 8:13 in the morning, I was woken by sounds of excitement in the harbour. I looked out of the porthole and, what a surprise! The King and Queen were there, and a beautiful new submarine glistened in the sea. Does anyone know what the difference between a submarine and a boat is? Have a think and see if you can speak to someone and talk about what the difference is between a submarine and a boat, because there's a very important difference between the two. "In return," said the King, "for recovering the long-lost treasure of our land, I now present you with this beautiful reward. May you sail the seas and dive for forever and a day." It was the finest thing I had ever seen. But I couldn't carry on diving forever. Could I? Monday would soon come and my holiday would be over. But I would dive non-stop until then. The submarine, and look, he's on the news, on the TV. The crowds cheered as I climbed into my sub and disappeared deeper into the sea than ever before. So there he is. So look, the submarine goes down, down under the sea. At 11:02 I remembered those old maps and had a quick peek. I was sure no one would mind. I followed their directions all day and all night until Friday at 8:29 p.m. Wow, there it was. I couldn't believe my eyes. It was real. Atlantis! There's the lost city of Atlantis. All those strange people and mer people. On Saturday at 9 o'clock, Atlantis was wonderful. Just like home, but with a few small differences. As well as mermaid, there were mermen everywhere. Don't often see mermen on TV. Everyone wanted me to stay. Oh, if only. At 12:58, I bought a souvenir t-shirt and mug and sent a postcard to my cousin Bob. At 7:30, I had dinner with Neptune. I forgot my fork, but he had a spare. He was a nice chap, but needed a haircut. I had a great time. I couldn't stay, could I? On Sunday at 9 a.m, I felt very glum because it was time to leave. At 9:01, King Neptune arrived. "Stay," he said. But I couldn't. At 9:02, the mer people swam to me. "You don't have to go," they said. But I did. How could I earn a living in Atlantis? The next day was Monday, and surely I had to go back to work. Well, didn't I? What do you think? Do you think he has to go back to work? Could he stay in Atlantis, or should he head home? On Monday. Oh, he's missing from his seat. Diving for pearls. So there he still is, and he's now got his nice new t-shirt that says I love Atlantis. And it says at the bottom here, how many different types of fish did you count? He thought there was more than 121 this time. Maybe you could watch again and count the fish that you see in the pictures. I hope you enjoyed Dougal's Deep Sea Diary. Take care and hope to see you soon.